Be consistent in everything you do. Dedication, commitment. Have a goal, have a purpose. As a young African American man, you have to work twice as hard to get what you want sometimes, right? Always have a positive mental attitude. Keep God first in everything that you do. Trust Him with all your heart, all your mind, and all your soul. Show no fear. God didn't give us a spirit of fear, but He gave us a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. Read, educate yourself. If you don't know an answer, research. Don't just give an answer just because you want to just give an answer or seem that you're smart. If you don't know something or there's some ignorance there, just say, I get back with you, but later on I'm going to find out and give you the right, correct information. Always be open-minded. Think and Grow Rich, the book I always reference since the beginning, man. I started making self-development videos when I was in this library. Have a positive mental attitude. Make sure that's always deserved the list. Financial security. Wisdom to share blessings from others. Tie to your church. Give at least 10% to charity, because the Lord loves a cheerful giver. Don't feel like you're obligated to give things. Give from your heart, because God will match you. He will actually understand your heart, and you will be compensated for that. Prime example, I gave to the church, and next thing you know, I had a check for $100. I mean, that it doesn't happen all the time, but it's just those little blessings that if you decide to give and give from your heart and help those that are in need, the Lord will reward you. Always store your treasures in heaven and not on earth. Don't stress anything that you can't control. I learned that from my father. Waking up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning just to get things done. It may be a little bit dramatic, but at least 5, 6 in the morning. Early bird always gets the worm, right? I remember it's a Chinese proverb when it says that a man who wakes up before the sun rises 365 days of the year never fails to make his family rich. Extremely powerful. Get involved. Get involved in your community. Help the homeless. Help those that are in need. Stand up for the justice. Articulate your thoughts. But then again, you start doing that, people may question your sanity. Got that from Hot Damn Iraq. Powerful quote. Read. Get a nice career if you can. If not, if you don't want to slave for a 9 to 5, start a business. Go into business management. Educate yourself through eBay. Get a book about how to do real estate. Create wealth. You don't want to be rich, because rich means you just have a lot of money. But wealthy is that you have money continuously coming to you and you're making money in your sleep. Only show your emotions to your wife. And I remember my father said it to me when I was in karate, 11 years, when I was 11 years old and stuff, and I didn't qualify to get my little red belt, and I was really upset. I was crying, and he was saying, listen, it's a tournament, and yes, sometimes we do fail, but you got to get yourself back up and still continuously to be in a race. That's extremely important. And don't show anyone that you're scared. Don't show anyone that you're disappointed. Only show it to your spouse. It's the one that you care, the one that's carrying the seed for the next generation, that's carrying your last name and God. If you got to go behind closed doors, then do that. Show no emotions. Just do everything you can. Even if you don't know what you're doing, at least be motivated each and every single day. Invest in stocks, stock market. Learn how economics work. Learn how to save money, invest in money. Learn about interest rates before you purchasing a vehicle or purchasing a home. Just read the Bible, meditate each and every single day. It's in that quote in the verse that my father used to quote in Joshua 1:8. It's that meditate on my word day and night, so you have a long, successful, prosperous life. That's pretty much what Dave said, son. It's extremely important, man. Just those little considerations of things that you got to be mentally and physically fit and have a mental foundation, because your mind is not there, then it's hard to complete a task. Always guard your mind. Do not drink, do not smoke. Because smoking and drinking, it destroys a lot of brain cells. It's okay to drink occasionally, but if you're doing that just for your endearment or just to get away from your depression, it's not going to help. It's really not going to help at all. So, You know, do not procrastinate. Take on the task. If you see it, just go and do it. Even if you're going to fail, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't try. Always continuously to learn and continuously to find solutions. If there's a man-made problem, there's a solution. I remember my father telling me that. Growing up, a little background story with me, he owned a carpet cleaning business, and I used to work with my dad since I was 9 years old. Taught me how to clean different furnitures, pillows, and just the carpet in general, man. And you know, using OxyClean and using like 9 ounces of carpet fluid, and I used to love doing it, man. And it was very hard, but at the same time, you know, we worked really hard, had 4 or 5 appointments, and go ahead and do restaurant deliveries, and installing me hard work. Hard work always pays off. It may not seem like it. Sometimes you may not even get recognition from your job as an emotional way. Your manager might not say, hey, good job. But internally, the Lord knows that you're doing it from your heart. That's the ultimate award right there. And on top of that, that's what a man's supposed to do. A man's supposed to take care of his family, feed his family, take care of himself, and provide protection and be a natural provider like Jireh. That's why he named it Jireh Industries. And just being exposed to that, my father's just waking up 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, working just to provide for me and my sister, so we can have a lifestyle and live in the suburbs and get educated. That just instilled in me that you have to do what you have to do. You have to make sacrifices in order to make it, in order to be that one defined man in that castle, and have a direction once you're in a relationship. Assign your wife to do something, because your wife doesn't feel like she has that task. No matter how much money you have, she's going to end up leaving you. There's different things that you have to consider. Do not react to emotions. Every battle is not meant to be fight. Sometimes you have to use your words to get out different situations, but persevere, learn, grow. And those are the things that I really love about my father, that how consistent he was. Even though he went through divorce, he went through some illness, but he still had the ability to get back up. So I want to tie this in. Whatever you're going through, schooling, it's hard work, or you know, you lost a job, you're not getting promoted, I have to tell you that it's all temporary. Pain is temporary. But if you quit, it will last forever. Pain is going to eventually subside, but you got to keep at it. You got to have that law of attraction. You got to have that vision. You got to have that goal in mind state, and everything is going to work into its favor. But no one is not going to give you anything. You just hold your hand out. No one's not going to knock on your door and say, hey, you know, you want $1 million? At the end of the day, it takes wit, it takes skill, it takes grit. So pick yourself back up, man, relationship-wise, and people who's going through, like, military training or anything. If your girlfriend broke up with you through BMT, through those letters, dust yourself over. It's okay to show emotions back, you know, on your own. But you got to understand that life doesn't stop because you're going through things. And that's the ultimate thing I learned. Whatever situation you're going through, no one cares at the end of the day. It's up to you internally. You have to look deep inside you in order to rise up from that pain of darkness. So what are some things that I learned from my father? Real quick video. Keep pushing, perseverance, and don't always look for people to hold your hand, because they won't do it. And be careful who you trust. I'm out. Love you, Dad. Happy Father's Day.